Hello Starcraft 2 fans, I am oGsWant. I'm going to cast a game on Shakural's Plateau between vVvTitan, that's our purple Zerg player on the top right part of the map, and his opponent, Liquid Huck. Actually, no, the replay was labeled as oGsWant, W-A-N-T, oGsWant. Liquid and OGS have the house together, so of course I guess they play on each other's account every now and again, but I'm going to take the replay at its word, and this is oGsWant playing Protoss. I haven't heard of oGsWant, but there are so many good players that we just don't get to see in GSL that are extremely good, and that was never more evident than in the team battles where we saw just like unknown players just come out of nowhere and just like stomp people. Squirtle being the perfect example. So, actually, Squirtle, who's that one one Terran player who like, I can't remember his name, but you guys know what I'm talking about if you watch GSL. Come on. So Titan is, of course, going to come up here and scout that. He sees a mineral patch is being mined, and he's going to just go all the way in. Yep, looks like he's going to, no. Turn around. So he saw the base, so he knows exactly where he's going to, and Want is going for a Forge expand, it looks like. Or he may just be going over here denying expansion with some cannons. More than likely he's going to throw up an expansion, but Titan is going to deny that expansion. Oh, no, he doesn't deny it. Gets it up just in time, and that probe is going to, that drone is going to leave, head back home, fully sad, unfortunately, at this point. He's like, oh man, this is my one chance to get revenge on all those times my hatcheries got denied, and now I can't. So, of course, go all the way back home, completely sad. But he's going to probably turn to his hatchery himself. We'll see if that's going to happen. Pretty safe opening for Titan, going for the standard speed Zergling opening, making up 4 Zerglings, and he's going to throw up an expansion. Titan coming up here is going back to the drone. He's probably checking for a pylon up there at that situation. Maybe not. But quickly, this drone is going to be transferred into a hatchery. So he's going to be a hatchery pretty soon. There we got it. And Want going to go for a pylon wall. I think that's complete wall off in this situation. He does have one cannon up. And of course, whenever you're going for this Forge fast expand, you have to watch out for your opponent just transitioning into roaches and just attacking these like 7 or 8 roaches. That can be pretty deadly because they already have the speed. They do the roaches, do the damage. Once the pylon is down, swarm your base with Zerglings. And Titan losing a couple of units there because he was a little too close to that photon cannon. Photon cannon already getting 2 kills. Already pretty awesome this game. Want putting up a pylon in the back of his base, keeping an eye on those rocks, smart play, and also putting a pylon down here, proxy pylon, at the very high ground, so you can warp units down here to the bottom part of the map. And he's going to come in with this probe and just scout out for an expansion. Of course, there's going to be the expansion, and he's going to come up here and look for any type of tech building, see if there's a layer being researched, see if there's a roach warren, see if there's gas. You can see there's no units back on gas, so it's pretty safe to assume that since there's no units on gas, he's not going to be teching anytime soon. He's not going to be making roaches. He's just going to be droning up for the time being. So we're going to have the vVvTitan going to go drone up, and he's actually taking a 3rd base over here. And wow, Want is on top of it, scouting that out too. So he sees all, he knows all, he sees there's an expansion. Smart move here from Titan, go for another quick expansion. Of course, everybody knows Zerg wants to stay at least 1 base ahead of their opponent if they're Protoss or Terran. And it just pays to get this 3rd base up. One thing I've been thinking about is the position of this 3rd base. Now, where is a better spot to put a 3rd base? Way up here or down here a little bit? The only problem with expanding here, of course, is of course you got these rocks here, which maybe can be a little bit of a problem, but not too much. But I think the biggest problem is they can put units up here, stalkers on this high ground, and kind of deny these mineral patches. But it's a lot easier to defend because you can kind of leave your army right here, and you can defend your natural expansion, and you can defend your 3rd base. So it's kind of a trade-off. Over here, you're really far away from your base. You can see you kind of have to leave your army out here in the open. I don't know. I think overall this is probably a safer expansion, but I would be interested to see how the games play out if a player goes for an expansion right here. So we've got a vVvTitan, vVv, 3 Vs, Titan, just running around, gaining map control. He's actually suiciding an Overlord in here in the middle, and it actually won't be a suicide if a Want doesn't have anything to kill it. It's just a standard Overlord flying around, you know what I mean? And he's going to see, oh no, he's going to see all these gateways. This is going to be a 6 workgate rush from Want, and Titan knows that, and he's going to be preparing for it. We'll probably see really heavy, he may actually if okay, he's got many options right now. He can just continue to mass Roach Warren, but I think he has enough time to make a Hydralisk then, pump out some Hydra. So he'll have Hydra Roach, or he may just go for a lot of Zerglings Roaches. Looks like he's producing a lot of Roaches, getting Roach speed up and going. He had to wait for that to finish. Had to wait for this lair to finish before he can start with that Roach speed upgrade, aka Glial Reconstitution. So we'll probably not see any more drones for the time being. 44, 43, so he still has that one drone lead. But in this situation, Titan has to expect some pressure coming very, very soon. And he's just going to stop drone production for the time being, get a pretty large army out. Doing a really good job of spreading these overlords out, getting a nice creep spread on the outside of the map. 4 overlords, really nice creep spread. I really like that. This is such an underused feature from Zerg players. He doesn't have any creep tumors out. Oh no, that's not good. Not having a single creep tumor connecting his bases. That I think definitely needs to be accomplished, but not Liquid Huck. That is oGsWant is coming up here, going to apply some pressure, putting up that proxy pylon. Yes, sentries and zealots and nothing else. And man, at this point, Titan, as soon as that speed finishes, he can just come up here and snap some necks. Look at this. He's going to probably pick off some sentries. He's going to throw down some force fields if he wants to survive this. Getting a little too ahead of the game there. Want maybe just faking some pressure, actually. Maybe this attack he had here was doomed to fail from the get-go, just out of his own, own want, if that's I can use that pun, horrible pun. But he did throw up a third base, so Huck, aka Huck, I'm calling him Huck because I see his name, but I think this was just a feigned attack to initiate some a lot of units coming out in Titan. That's exactly what he did. He's going to go on a counterattack, or he's just going to go back to macroing. Looks like he's going to go back to macro slash making some drones and roaches. So a smart response here from Titan, going back and making some a couple of drones, throwing them in there. He does have his third base up, but I think one was just basically faking an attack there, buying some time, get his third up, because he did get scouted. Now, if he did not get scouted by that Overlord, I think that play would have been a lot differently. I think he would have actually committed a little bit more to that attack. So we have a Hydralisk then going up, Twilight Council being researched, and one is kind of hanging out here next to these behind this tall grass, and maybe just waiting for some units to come through the other side. So we do have Titan with vision of the Zelnaga Tower, so he does see a couple of those units hanging out there, and some Zerglings are out, but there is an observer right here, so one also sees this. If this fight happened right now, I think in this position here, I think one would actually win that pretty easily. We do have this third base up, and we do have another Overlord with the speed upgrade, now just coming in here doing some scouting. One Stalker left behind. But it looks like he's going to completely miss that. We're going to see a probe transfer. And oh no, if Titan sees this, he's going to be like, okay, where are all those probes going? Are they on vacation? He sees he's chasing them. No, he's not. He's going to fly around, and we have an Immortal coming out. And Titan is coming up here to the top of the base. Where is he heading to? Way over here to the right. Back here to the back part of the base. But we have Blink. No upgrades yet. So just making a Twilight Council. Okay, that's why he was making the Twilight Council, to get those to start weapons ground attack level 2. He's going to finish that up pretty soon. He's going to lose his Overlord. Oh, loses it. Pop. I love how those things explode, just like explode in midair for no good reason. They're just like pop. So we have Hydralisks out, Roaches, Zerglings out for Titan. Using these Overlords for a pretty good creep spread. I really think you should have some creep tumors also. I mean, why not? You can just make one, and they just kind of like replicate across the map. They're pretty awesome. So we're going to have an attack here from Titan. It looks like Titan is going to go on the aggressive here. And what do we got here from one? Is he going to fight this here at this, or is he going to fall back? I think he's going to be forced to fight this at this close point, and Titan's going for it. He's bringing up some Overlords. Ooh, very nice force fields. Keeping most of those units in the back. We really need some more. He needs a Guardian Shield. Where's the Guardian Shield at? There it is. Good job. Using these Overlords, a nice creep spawn, a very nice creep spawn, and I think he's actually going to hold this. Those are some pretty good force fields. He only has enough for like 5 or 6 force fields left, and Titan is pressuring, burrowing Roaches up front. He's going to unburrow them, bring up the Overlords, and drop some more creep, but I think this fight is going to go very well for one, and Titan kind of getting trapped here not once, but twice with those force fields, and getting great position there. One definitely fights it off easily, and he's probably going to lose some Overlords. Oh no, all these Overlords are going to drop. You can see him turn from green to red. And that's not because they're blushing, it's because they're getting killed. Losing so many Overlords while he's going to be supply blocked. Yes, he's going to be supply blocked after that point. 125 food, over 110. Titan, I think he was a little too aggressive with that attack. He probably should have taken out these rocks, both rocks actually, taken out both rocks, and kind of had a lot better of a concave against his opponent. He ran straight in here, got force fielded off, picked off half of his army, probably not half, like a third of his army, and then he went in it again, and then just got slaughtered again by the force fields. At this point, you can see if they fought again in like in the next minute or two, you can see Want doesn't have any sentries, and most Protoss players towards mid-late part of the game don't remake their sentries. So if this fight happened again, I think it would favor Titan in this situation just because there are no force fields out. There's no sentries. And if Titan goes for another counterattack here pretty soon with some Zerglings, Hydralisks, Roaches, this fight may actually sway the other direction towards Titan just because of the lack of sentries. And a Protoss army without sentries is kind of half as good as they could be, in my opinion. So we have some photon cannons being placed, I guess for any type of invisible units, and just basically defense. Want kind of cutting the map in half at this point. He's taking his fourth. He has his fourth up before Titan does. So let's check upgrades for the time being. A 1 attack upgrade for our Zerg player and our Protoss player. I think he's up to 2. Yeah, 2 attack upgrades. So doing a pretty good job on that point. We got Thermal Lance almost finished, and Titan doing a really good job. He's coming around the back point here, and he does have that Colossus out, but ooh, wow, he's got 2 Colossus out. And this fight is not going to go well. Maybe not. He's got those Hydra in the back doing some serious damage. Almost got the Colossus, kind of suicided some Roaches in to deal with that. He's going to snag that one Colossus. Blinking Stalkers up there to the front. Those attack upgrades from the Stalkers are so good, though. He's going to get crushed once again, unfortunately. How to beat Protoss? GG. So, to answer Titan's question, yeah, don't attack into that. Probably should have taken out some rocks. He could have flanked with the Zerglings. He could have taken out the top rocks. Flanked with the Zerglings. He did have Zerglings, but yeah, that fight didn't work out. You can't just like run straight into force fields. That's what the Protoss player wants you to do. You can't do that, and that obviously didn't work for him in that situation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. This is a best of 3, I think. It may just be a ladder game. These are not labeled, so this might just be a ladder game. But anyway, this is game number 1. We have to have some more games between vVvTitan, and oGsWant, so that's coming up next.